Good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to Boone Tractor. This is our final Facebook Live event for the day. We hope you've enjoyed our presentations today. This is the West Virginia No Fair Fair. And we decided to do this. Actually, this was the brainchild of Brian Honeycutt, the store manager over here in Lewisburg. And in absence of the West Virginia State Fair this year, we wanted to do something a little special. So we put on this Facebook Live event. If you didn't get a chance to catch any of the other events, they are posted to our Facebook page, so you can go back and watch them. We appreciate you joining us today, and we hope it's been informative. Being live, we hope it hasn't been too entertaining. Thank goodness I haven't fallen flat or we haven't messed the equipment up. But we are glad you've been with us. We still encourage you to reach out. Anything you've seen today or anything you'll see in the upcoming presentation, we ask you to reach out to us through Facebook Messenger, through our website, www.boonetractor.com, or just call the Lewisburg location at 304-645-1711. My name's John Thurman. Brian Honeycutt, our store manager, has been behind the camera all day, and we've had Bill White and Greg Booth, our sales representatives over here at Lewisburg, have been around all day too, and they look forward to talking with you if you have any questions or would like any pricing or information on anything you've seen today. Again, we really thank you for being part of this. We hope you'll share it and like it. We do ask if you send us a message through Facebook that you please include your contact information. Sometimes we can't always contact back to Facebook, so send us a message through Facebook, include your contact information, an email address, phone number, something we can get over there. We'd love to talk to you. So our last segment of the day is going to be on the New Holland construction equipment. We've got here on location in Lewisburg, we have a New Holland compact track loader. We also have a New Holland skid steer loader. So we'll start off, just kind of hit the high points on these models. We'll also talk just briefly about the New Holland compact excavators they offer and some of the other products in our construction lineup. So the New Holland skid steer loader has been around for a long time. New Holland was one of the pioneers in the skid steer market, and they've had an excellent machine with an excellent reputation for many, many years. The New Holland track machine you see here is the latest in that evolution. The track units have now officially become more popular in sales than the tire units, and this is nationwide. For many years it was kind of a 50-50 split, but the last several years the track machines are outselling the tire machines. They're just so versatile with the rubber tracks on them. You can do so many things, go into so many places, that they've just become the more popular option. So what you see behind us here is the C227. This is the smallest in the lineup of New Holland track machines. There also is a 232, a 237, and a 245. Now the C227 you see here is outfitted with the cab, which includes heat and air conditioning. And this one also has the hydraulic quick attach, so that's another option you can get on these machines. You can get a hydraulic quick attach if you'd like, so you can detach your bucket, your forks, whatever your attachment may be, from inside the cab without ever having to open the door or jump out of the cab. Now the older style mechanical hookup is still available for some people like that. That's a foolproof system. You don't really have to worry about the mechanical setup at all, but the skid steer, the hydraulic skid steer quick attach is very popular nowadays because it's so easy and it keeps you in the cab while you're working. Of course, the big advantage of a skid steer is not only it's big in power and the fact that it's built for construction heavy duty work, but also the amount of attachments you can put on it. That is one of the big key features. There's so many different attachments that if I started listing them off, we'd be here till well after 5 o'clock today, and I guarantee you I would forget probably 2/3 of them. You can see all New Holland skid steers come with Boone hydraulics. You can either get standard flow hydraulics or you can get high flow hydraulics. High flow hydraulics are used in a few severe duty applications where you have an attachment that needs to run at a really fast speed or something like that. High flow is not terribly popular as far as an option. Most attachments you can run standard flow, but we do have that high flow option. As you can also see, we've got the electrical hookup now available on the booms on the New Holland skid steers. So if you have an attachment such as a Harley rake or a 6-way dozer blade where you've got multiple hydraulic functions, you can plug the electrical control valve in and you can operate it from the joysticks. The joysticks, that brings us to another point. The New Holland skid steers are available in either a hand and foot configuration or you can get the pilot joysticks. The pilot joysticks again have become the more popular setup, but for operators who have been around skid steers for years and are used to running hand and foot, that setup is still available. Now the New Holland pilot controls have a switchable pattern on them, so you can go with the standard ISO, or you can go back to more of a case style, dual driving hands and dual working the bucket with both hands. So the New Holland track machines basically come in 2 horsepower. The 227, 232, and 237 are all 74 horsepower models. Then the 245 is a 90 horsepower model. Now, a quick way to identify a New Holland skid steer as far as size-wise is to look at the last 2 digits of the model number, and that'll give you the lifting capacity. So a C227 is actually a 2,700 pound lift machine. C232 would be a 3,200 pound lift, 237, 3,700 pound lift, and so forth. The C227 has a radial arm configuration for the boom and lift. All the other models have a vertical lift configuration. So based on that, we're going to walk over here to the rubber tire skid steer loader. Now, the rubber tire machine, still New Holland has a big lineup. They actually still have more machines available in a rubber tire setup than they do have in a track machine. All the way down to about the 50 horsepower range, all the way up to the 90 horsepower range. A rubber tire machine still has its place. A lot of people still like them for around the farm. A lot of paving contractors like them. A lot of people that are working on hard surfaces a lot tend to still like a rubber tired machine, because the track machines don't give them that much of an advantage in those type of terrains. If you're on hard surface a lot, rubber tire is still an excellent option. And you still get plenty of lift capacity, still get plenty of performance there. One of the things I'm going to have Bill White, our sales representative over here at Lewisburg, do, I'm going to have him jump in. I just want to demonstrate the vertical lift on a New Holland super boom skid steer. He's going to fire it up. I want you to pay close attention to the lift arc on this machine as he raises the boom. As you'll notice, as he's raising the boom on a New Holland skid steer, the boom is actually going out as it comes up. On the Super Boom design, and this is a design New Holland has had out for close to 30 plus years now. With the Super Boom design, it is a true vertical lift machine. Again, so as you raise it up, it's actually going out in front of you. The radial lift machines, which New Holland has a few in their lineup, as you lift those up, the boom actually starts lifting apart. It goes out and then it starts to come back. It's kind of a semicircular arc. Radial lift machines are very popular in digging applications. With a straightforward boom design, a lot of people like them for straight line digging, excavating, that type of stuff. But for lifting and load handling, the Super Boom is hard to beat. One of the great things it does is it allows you to stack things a little higher farther in front of you. One of the other great applications is if you have to load material into a truck, a Super Boom will lift out and up so that you don't have to cram yourself right up against the side of the truck to dump into the truck, and you can also dump closer to the center of the truck. The other nice thing the Super Boom design does is weight distribution. With weight distribution, the boom is actually anchored in the middle of the machine, whereas on a vertical lift machine, it's anchored at the back. Radial lift, excuse me. So radial lift machines are inherently more tail heavy than a vertical lift machine. Vertical lift machines, because the boom is actually anchored in the middle, it distributes the weight out a little better. Now all skid steers, it doesn't matter which color they are or what brand's on the side, they're all tail heavy because the engines are in the back. But a Super Boom machine is less tail heavy and will allow you to traverse uphill or up a grade where a lot of other models you have to turn around back up for fear of flipping over backwards. So that is one of the great features about the New Holland Super Boone design. Again, this machine is with the cab unit, heat and air conditioned, air ride seats are available. The air ride seat actually has a heated seat in it. A lot of great options available out now. And if you'll notice, when Bill got in the machine, he didn't have to get a key out. All the New Holland cab skid steers have keyless ignition. So that's another nice feature with the New Holland cab units. Now, if it's an open station unit, naturally you're going to have a key because there's no way to lock the cab up. With a cab machine, you can lock the cab up to prevent people from getting in and starting. So open station units have a key, but the cab machines do not. So keyless ignition. Now, that being said about these machines, New Holland is in the process of introducing their 300 series skid steer loader, which is the next generation. Just so everybody's aware of it. Will look very similar to what you see here, no radical changes. The biggest change coming in the 300 series is the addition of a digital touchscreen style monitor inside for most of your gauges rather than physical gauges. And the other thing they will now have is they will now have a backup camera option from the factory. That being said, most operators, once they use the New Holland skid steer, backup cameras are not necessarily required on a New Holland because, again, another feature of the Super Boone is visibility out the back. You don't have the big loader towers back here on a radial lift machine blocking your view, so you can see much easier. Brian's going to walk around the back of the machine and you can see just how clear a view from the back you've got into the operator station. So you've got much better line of sight out the back than you do on a lot of other machines. Rear view cameras have become very popular in this market. New Holland has now introduced that now that they have the full-size monitor accommodated. But do you actually need it? Not necessarily so. The 200 series is still out. A lot of 200 series are still out there. 300 series has just been introduced. Some models are just now hitting the market. But come see Bill and Greg and the guys over here because New Holland's got some great deals on the 200 series units since they are phasing that model out and the 300 series is coming in. So by all means, come see those guys. Again, the rubber tire units, big lineup. Everything from the L218 all the way up to the L234. Big machines, all the way down to much smaller, more compact machines like the L218. So a lot in the lineup there. Now, just to hit on some of the other New Holland construction pieces that we have available to us, New Holland has a great line of compact excavators. The C-Series compact excavators all the way from the E17 all the way up to the E60. They've got no tail swing models in most sizes, and got cab options, no cab options, thumbs, boom hydraulics, all that great little machine. The other options that New Holland has in their construction lineup are the compact wheel loaders, which are great for mulch yards, stone yards, that type of things. New Holland still has the full-size loader backhoe in their lineup. Got a great loader backhoe dating all the way back to the Ford days. They were very popular, great machine. And the other thing they still have is a commercial tractor loader that you'll see available to it. So New Holland has a big lineup of construction equipment. It's well built. In fact, the New Holland skid steers and compact track loaders are built right here in the USA. So that's important to know. This is a home-built product. If you want to support American business, here's the skid steer to do it with, because it's built right here. With the New Holland name, very proudly built. Again, New Holland, long history in this market, and they have been very proud of their skid steers, and we are proud to sell them, and we have a lot of satisfied customers. We'd love for you to come by, talk to Bill or Greg. They'd be glad to put you in the seat of one, let you run around here, probably even let you dig a hole if you wanted to. Get them muddy, try the tire machine out, try the track machine out, see what you think, and just take some time and get in the seat of one of them. I think you'll like it. Well, again, this is our last segment of the day. We really appreciate you joining us today. Come by and see the guys over here at Lewisburg, Brian, Greg, Bill. They'd love to talk with you. We really appreciate you joining us today. We hope you've enjoyed our presentations. We hope they've been informative. Thank goodness with it being live, you never know what's going to happen, but it seems to have all went pretty well today. So rain's held off for the most part, so it's going to look like the sun's trying to peek out this afternoon. So we really appreciate everybody joining us. Again, feel free to reach out to us with any questions, comments, or any information you'd like on any of these models we talked about today, or any of the attachments we carry here at Boone Tractor. And again, we really appreciate it and hope you have a great weekend.